If a family is accepted for ongoing agency services, they will be involved in the development of a family service plan, commonly referred to as an FSP. FSPs are formulated to meet the specific needs of each family. They are written plans that outline the strengths and needs of the involved family. Family service plans will identify objectives and goals that, when reached, would allow the children and youth case to be successfully closed. Each identified objective will be linked to a set of actions and tasks that are required to be met in order to successfully complete the objective. Each task is specific and will be detailed to include who is expected to complete the task, as well as an expected completion date. Family service plans are reviewed at a minimum of every 6 months, but can be reviewed or modified at any time if circumstances have changed. Once developed, the FSP is monitored by the assigned children and youth caseworker. The caseworker will make regular home visits and case contacts to monitor compliance, progress, or continued areas of need within the family service plan. In order for a case to be closed, objectives on the FSP will need to be met. The family and family members involved with the case will be the driving force in the family service plan development. The Child Permanency Plan, or CPP, is a plan intended to establish a long-lasting living arrangement for any child in agency custody. The CPP identifies what needs to happen or change in order for a child who is currently in the care of the agency to be returned to their home of origin. The home of origin is usually the home of the child's parent, but can also be grandparents, other relatives, or guardians. Agency care can be resource care, formal kinship care, treatment facilities, or placements resulting from the child's involvement with juvenile probation. The Child's Permanency Plan begins with a brief history that explains why the child is in care, identifies the family composition, what happened that resulted in the placement, and a review of any prior court hearings. The plan identifies the location of the child, the type of placement the child is in, and the placement setting. It also details efforts made by the agency to keep the child as close to the family home as possible. The CPP also includes necessary medical and educational information, including efforts made by the agency to keep the child in their original school district. The Child's Permanency Plan identifies a primary permanency goal. It also identifies a concurrent permanency goal, a goal that is under consideration at the same time as the primary goal. The concurrent goal is the backup plan if the primary goal is never achieved. Permanency goals range from return home to parent, guardian, or other custodian to termination of parental rights. Like the Family Service Plan, the Child's Permanency Plan consists of objectives that are made up of actions. The actions need to be completed in order for the objective to be met. When the identified objectives are met, the caretaker should be ready to have the child returned to their care. If objectives are not met, the child will most likely remain in agency care. The Child's Permanency Plan is reviewed at a court hearing, usually every 3 months, but at least every 6 months. Permanency goals can only be changed at a court hearing. If the child remains in agency care for 15 out of 22 months, the agency is required to file for termination of parental rights, unless the agency can identify and present compelling reasons to not do so.